Question number 3. What is people business? Where do you get your information that I quote it? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, let's maintain order. No surprise. We'd like to welcome our chairperson, Woman Daniel. Yes, you're welcome into this. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to have our second Obama, our Honorable Haley. Please, take the floor.
Good afternoon to the chairpersons, judges, proposers and opposers, and the House at large. I am here to propose the motion that states that examinations are the leading cause of stress and mental illness. First off, I would like to start off by adding on to a point my teammate Nava mentioned, suicide. Examinations can lead to suicide. Someone has a fear of failing examinations, so they decide to kill themselves because they don't want to disappoint their parents or the people who have faith in them. Evidence to prove this: an anonymous note found by a mother in her dead son's room proves our point. It reads, "I'm sorry I didn't mean to be such an idiot. Maybe if I was like Kate, my dad would be happy. I can't take it anymore. Every time I try it, it only becomes worse. So today I end it all. Sorry I was not the child you wanted. Maybe this may be the only gift a failure can give. I'm sorry for being a failure." So this shows that the child was greatly affected by failure, so they decided to kill themselves. Now there is more evidence here. According to NCRE, in 2020, 12,526 students committed suicide. They were between 10 to 19 years of age. Most of these were due to failure in exams. My first point. Examinations can cause PTSD. How? PTSD, a form of mental illness. As children may have anxiety attacks, girls may have abrupt, like as girls we all have periods. So your periods, you know that due to stress your periods can start. So a girl can also be affected by their periods due to stress, or one may be ashamed of failing, which can also lead to social anxiety and leave a child with many traumatic scars, because most of the times in schools, sometimes children are put in front of fellow classmates and ashamed for their bad marks. So this can give a child PTSD, which is post-traumatic disorder. My second point. Examinations can develop a bad mentality among children, that they are dumb, as they may think they are not smart because they failed, or because they are isolated from the smart kids. This can lead to mental illness. So when you fail an exam, in some schools, there are schools where like they group the smart children and the dumb children. This can make the dumb children feel really, really bad. So they develop a mentality that they can't make it in life. And yeah, my third point. It can bring about stress because children are panicking to cram different topics, different concepts, and different things they were told. And when they realize they're failing to cram these answers or these concepts, they start to panic, and this panic leads them to failing the exam, which also can cause stress as well. My fourth point. Children also develop a fear of failure. Like they develop this fear that they do not want to let down the people who believe in them most. So this leads to stress, and one sits with fear, and still this fear and stress caused by that, the fear causes stress, and this leads the child to fail the exam, which still leads back to stress because you're going to be stressed by your family and the people who believed in you. I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Haley. We still need you at the floor. We are going to have our cross-examination by our first negator, Honorable Anne. Yes, thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, the House at large. Honorable Haley, you stated in your points that most kids are grouped into dumb and smart people. But are you sure that the school is aiming into grouping them into dumb or smart, or grouping them into people who they believe that can achieve better but haven't reached that stage, and people who have achieved better but are trying to stay in that stage? So when you're clearly stating that they're grouping them into dumb people, don't you think you're really criticizing schools by saying you're grouping them into dumb people?
But that is what the schools are doing. The schools are putting them into groups because they want them to achieve more, meaning they're going to add more pressure onto them, which is going to stress them more. And it doesn't mean, and because the fact that they're grouping them, that you may not see it as grouping them into dumb children, but these children are considered dumb by the teachers. That's why they are grouped to help them improve.
They don't group them into dumb people, mind you, because in this school we do academic assemblies. There are students who are trying, but teachers are trying to put in more effort into them. That's why they're in that section. So are you clearly stating that the people who are at the third level are dumb?
I'm not stating that they are dumb.
Yes, you are stating that because you just called them dumb.
Can I answer the question?
You can.
I am saying that the school has grouped them in that category because they are not able to perform well. And someone who is not able to perform well is considered as dumb in the natural human world.
I feel calling them dumb. Honorable A. When you enter school, they do not add stress on you. They don't want you to fail. Yes, but they do not want you to fail. That's why they put you into such categories that you may know, yes, I can get a lending hand from one of my friends. I can get a lending hand from this one. It's just people who have that mindset that, oh, I'm being grouped into dumb, but you're not. And if you continue having that mindset, then you're going to just cause yourself more stress by calling yourself dumb instead of calling yourself someone who can achieve better, but I'm not yet in that place.
You say the schools, you are agreeing that the schools are grouping people into different groups according to how they perform, yes?
Yes.
So when you are grouped, you are treated according to the level of smartness you have. Can I ask you a question? If you are not performing well in school, do you think you will be given less? You will be less.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Anne, for your cross-examination. Even if you do take some of these points personal, please do remember that we are snapping and stamping feet. Yes, we're going to have our third, yes, Honorable Christian, yes. Yes? Sorry, pardon me for my mistake. We're going to have our second negator, Honorable Trevor.
Good afternoon, Chairperson, Secretary, Timekeeper, and the House. This afternoon we are here to debate about an important motion that states examinations are the leading cause of mental health disorders, and we are saying no to that. my first point is the learning process of students and only tests the knowledge. It only tests the knowledge and understanding of the subject, but also helps students to identify their strengths and weaknesses. These exams help, they help you understand where your strength lies and where your weakness is, and you can at some point apply it in your daily life, your daily life activities. It does not only rely in school, it also relies in other places. And also my other point is poverty when one does not have money. It also increases on the stress. When you don't have money, you feel like, now where am I going to get money from? Where am I going to get money to go to the canteen, to do other stuff? So it also increases on your stress. Also failure to fit in society. Failure to fit in society, when you have had let me not say hard time fitting into Taibah, because Taibah is very friendly. Failure to fit in society for some people who are introverted and stuff can make you lead to stress. Maybe you become depressed, you don't have friends, you don't know who your real friends are, you're always around people who don't want you around. Some things like that, they can lead to mental disorders and stuff. I still remain on my point that, on my side, that on the opposition side. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Trevor, for your beautiful. You're still here. Yeah. We are going to have our presentation by Honorable Namba.
Good afternoon again, everybody. Good afternoon, Honorable Trevor. So I only have one question for you today. You stated that examinations are used to determine our strengths, yes? Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. But in reality, we see, as stated in the Journal of Education, 1898 edition, examinations are a single inflexible standard for assessing achievements of each individual. That therefore states that they do not give you room to determine what you're good at and what you're bad at, but rather how do I say this? They are determining whether you're enough to fit into society, whether you're able to conform to societal ideals. So I do not see that as being able to determine your strengths. I see it as actually molding everybody to fit into one box. Do you not agree?
No, I do not agree.
Why is that? Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yes, please.
You stated examinations are used to determine strength, but as stated in the Journal of Education in 1898, they are an inflexible standard for assessing achievements of each individual, therefore showing that they are meant to conform students to societal ideals rather than let them be themselves, be unique, and explore their talents. Do you not agree with this?
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Nava. Now to the stage, we're going to have our thought. We're going to have a thought from Honorable Christian.
proposals, House at large, good afternoon. I am Christian Kenyesi, proposing the motion that this House believes examinations are a leading cause of stress and mental health issues among students. Today I'm going to just defend my teammate's point, Honorable Haley. She talked about examinations leading to suicide. Yes, I know, scary. One may ask that if one is killing themselves because of examinations and there are harder things to face in life, do they deserve to live? And yes, I think they do deserve to live, because all of us here in one way or another, we are a coward. For example, my friend the proposal, you are cowards because you prepared for this. You prepared for this debate because you are scared to lose, and which means you are a coward. Everyone here is a coward. Yes, everyone here is a coward. So everyone here is a coward. So I don't think anyone deserves to die or does not deserve to live because they are not because they are a coward. Yes. Yeah, those are my points for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Christian. Thank you, Honorable Christian. We are going to have Honorable Diana come to stage. Do sweep us away.
Thank you, Chairperson, and the timekeepers, and the judges, and the House at large. Good afternoon to you all. My team and I strongly oppose the motion that examination is the leading cause of stress and mental health. I am here to defend my fellow teammates' points. We have Trevor, who stated the importance of exams. Exams are a learning process for students, and they test the knowledge and understanding of the students, whether they have understood what the teacher has taught in that subject, but also help students identify their strengths and weaknesses. Honorable Ann also aired out the major factors that lead to examination stress, which she said family issues. We have bullying, approximation, family obligations, and many others. And Honorable Nava mentioned that children have a heavy workload and have difficulty in understanding subjects, and they are not able to master the concepts, have unnecessary stress, a heavy load. I'm here to provide a solution. So in order to avoid all of these, I suggest that all of you prepare early. If they tell you you have an exam next week, don't start reading on Monday and yet you're starting your exams that very week. Prepare a week before so that you have your knowledge with you, and that gives you ample time to master all the concepts that you're given. We also have Honorable Haley, who said that we are divided into sections. We have Honorable Haley, who stated that we are divided into groups which demoralize us and make us want to kill ourselves because we think we are dumb. But actually, these groups are made because the teachers know your potential, but you are lacking behind, and they're trying to make you achieve better because they know your potential and they're pushing you to achieve that goal that they want you to be at.
Are you raising a point of information or inquiry?
said that children are given a heavy workload and that they should prepare ahead. So
you didn't say prepare ahead.
Oh no, sorry. No, you said that they should prepare ahead. So in some instances, I'm going to use myself as an example. Examination week was last week, yes? So we were supposed to have physics on Monday. We ended up finding out that very evening that we have it the next day. So how are we supposed to prepare early? And also you stated that Honorable Haley said that being grouped drives the children to kill themselves. She didn't say that. She said that it takes a toll on their mental health because they are grouped as dumb by their teachers and their peers.
And being grouped as dumb doesn't make them kill themselves?
Not necessarily. That's also attributed to a number of mental factors. If the child already has a history of mental illness, then being grouped and segregated from their peers can add on to that and therefore drive them to kill themselves. But it is not a major factor, and that is not what she said. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Nava. As you said that you were informed on Monday and the paper was on Tuesday, I would like to ask, did you revise the previous week and make a summary of your work?
I don't think I would have had time to do that because I had other papers to revise for, papers that were the next day, papers like history. And for me to be informed that very evening during prep time that I have a physics paper scheduled the next day that was supposed to be scheduled for the next week, I don't think that gives me ample time to revise because that is a heavy workload. I have 2 physics books. I can't consume all of that content at the same time.
You said the paper was on Monday and they postponed it to Tuesday, right?
No, the paper was supposed to be on Monday the coming week and it was Wednesday of that week and they informed us it would be the next day instead of Monday as it was planned to be.
So you're stating that the teachers don't teach well, that you don't understand? Okay. So my team and I strongly oppose the motion that examination is not the leading cause of stress and mental health.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Diana, for your time on the stage.
So hello everyone. We're now going to have a speaker from the audience. However, these marks are not going to be scored. You're just speaking your mind. But please be orderly. So could I have one on the affirmative side? One person who's supporting the affirmatives to speak for 4 minutes. Affirmative, anyone? I think we have time.
Good afternoon, House, Chairperson, judges, and speakers. Today's motion is stating that examinations are the leading cause of stress. Okay, and I just support that. Well, this is because when people are doing exams, they tend to skip stuff like break, lunch, because they want to revise and pass the papers, which is not good, and some people end up getting stuff like ulcers.
Wait, please, order. Please.
So, during this, you continue stressing because like, you've already skipped your lunch, your break, you're hungry, you got a headache, and some people have ulcers. And then the stress adds on it all. You keep thinking of these exams, and they keep ruining your health. And also, some of these cause like eating disorders, and people get mood swings too. Exams cause mental stress, cause mental health issues, and as affirmatives have said, they've stated it a lot of times, and I do support them on that.
You guys, could you please respect the speaker? No more.
And also, another point I have to say is, this one was stated by Albert Einstein, and he said, you can't test a fish by its ability to climb trees, because if it can't climb the tree, it will think that it's stupid, dumb, forever. Let me repeat it. A fish, if it takes a fish to climb a tree, it doesn't have the ability to climb a tree, it doesn't have the hands to do so. It swims in the water, guys. So thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ivy, for your speech. Now we're having Vic.
Judges, chairperson, and the speakers. I'd just like to first say, the previous speaker, the saying gave of Albert Einstein doesn't apply here. Because any child in school has the capability to do a paper. You can say any mental disorder, but there are forms of exams that have been provided for them. Or exams, an example. And I would just like to say, yes, these exams bring stress. And that suicide note you brought, it was very hurtful. We're sorry for that child. We're sorry to their parents' loss. But I would just like to say, this world has many forms of stress to bring about. They're not going to remove all forms of stress just because someone's going to commit suicide because of it. Someone has to make money, that's stress. Someone has to provide for children, that's stress. No parent is committing suicide because they have stress from it. Let this child gain some mental endurance to go through the world. You may put all the stress, you may say that exams are the leading cause of stress. But that's from how does that child prepare for these exams? You can say, yes, the paper is on Tuesday, and let me start revising on Monday. You're wrong. Come with a mentality, I'm going to do a paper at the end of the term. You're supposed to pay attention in those lessons. If you're saying that I have to read for all 12 subjects, and you're wrong, you're saying like you have to learn every single topic. Teachers usually provide a topic list of the papers they're going to go over, the topics they're going to bring in the paper. Revise those topics, you're not learning, you're revising. Another point, you may say that exams and everything, but have you considered the education system? The way these students are being taught. The way these students are being taught can also affect how they react to exams. The activities they do before the exams, they can indulge in drugs, relationships, all those things that will tire them out. And you expect them to also find exams a walk over the park. No, they won't. They'll find it as stress and dump it all on the exams that are there to test what they have done throughout the whole term. So I'd just like to say, exams are the leading cause of stress in schools. Thank you.
I think we're going to wait for the judges' deliberations. So,
wow, that was a powerful debate. Let's appreciate these people. Okay, some of us are witnessing this kind of format is called cowpoker. The debating club is aware of it. If you want to learn how to debate, there are very many kinds. We've always reminded you. Traditional debates that it is that in primary. So at school in secondary we do a format called cowpoker. The audience, we are just watching. The show is between the people debating. Okay? So that is called cowpoker. And then we also have world schools and British parliamentary. These ones you'll do when you get to the university. However, I want to believe, being our first debate under this format, we have done a good job. Let's appreciate the two sides. And the judges, thank you so much. The time manager, thank you for alerting us in time. And may the best team win. Maybe before the judges come and tell us the final verdict, let's hear from our moderators to judge or tell us how we've been. However, when you're debating, let us all remember that debate is a formal situation. Formal. You cannot come and speak to, right now we are the August house. You can't come and speak or address us when you're chewing, when you're pocketing. We can't have bad language. Good enough we didn't have any bad language. Okay? So next time we are debating, I know we shall do better. No one is going to come and address us while chewing. No one is going to come and address us with a mask. No one is going to come and address us and use bad language. Let's hear from the moderators, then the judges. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon again. Yes, it's been beautiful watching these two very strong sides try to defend their standings. And all I'd like to say is, maybe polish up a little bit on our confidence and enthusiasm with how we stated our points, convince everybody why we should believe you, why we should stand with you. Yes, otherwise I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you for choosing to step out here today and put your best foot forward. Yeah.
Hello everyone. So personally, for me it was such an outstanding argument from both sides, though I wish a few speakers were better, because we had expectations from both sides and some speakers did deliver. And hopefully the right team wins. But some of the things I hope people polish up on is that when you're coming for debates, you always have to strategize, both teams have to strategize. You have to offer solutions and make sure your first speaker is really good and your last speaker. And also another thing is, debating is a game that involves strategy and rebutting. If you guys don't do any rebuttals, you hardly have a chance of winning. So some people maybe ask what a rebuttal is. So in an argument, I can come and state my points properly, but the next speaker after me, which is like, let's say the negative speaker is coming after me, this person will have to make rubbish out of everything I've said, or try to make me look down. And we both have to make, these two sides have to polish up on that. Christian's rebuttal was really good though. So thank you.
So now we're going to have our deliberations from the judges based on the criteria I offered previously. Yes.
Good evening to you all. First of all, I would like to appreciate our moderators. I would like to appreciate the judges. Thank you very much. And our debaters. You have done very well. Thank you very much. I will maybe mention a few things that we might need to improve upon. First of all, I must commend Nafa. She was a very good debater. She is a very good debater. She was outstanding. We must agree. So maybe some of the things that we need to improve, if you need to use any abbreviations, start by explaining them. Start by explaining your abbreviations, because when you talk about things that we do not know, then we are going to lose, you're not communicating. Then avoid use of informal language, things like staff, because now what is staff? Make sure your language is very clear. Make sure you are using formal language. Then don't be plain. A debate is about arguments. Don't be plain. Make sure you vary your tone, make sure you use your gestures, but most importantly, have your statistics. We must see that you have actually made research. We must see that you have actually read. I must commend these young people, the senior ones. They showed that they had their statistics. They quoted the journals they read. They had their information. Clearly, you could see that they can quote anything and they can prove to you that it was written about. When you come and start telling us about your personal experience, your classmates' experience, it is not valid. It has no evidence. It is not written anywhere, so it does not count. What counts most are written statistics. Do you have a backup that if we ask where you get this, you can show us a journal from which you read? Then the third speakers, you are supposed to be very strong. You must listen, you must be able to rebut. Now when you come for the final rebuttal, you do not specifically just come to support your teammates. You are supposed to form a stand against and for. So the most important thing is actually against. Yes, you are going to be for your team and you are going to defend them where they have been challenged, but try your best to make sure that you have something against. Make sure you weaken your opponent's points, because if you don't weaken them, they remain strong. I think that is all for now, but most importantly, statistics. Make sure your points are very clear. We are judging according to organization and clarity, use of arguments and facts, use of rebuttal. You must rebut. The second speaker and the third speaker, you must, without a rebuttal, like Daniel has said, you have not debated. You must show us that you have listened to the previous speakers, you have something to say about what they said. Coming here and listing your points doesn't make sense. But thank you very much. We have 79 points from the opposers, and we have 98 from the proposers.
Wow. Thank you very much, judges. That means that after this debate, we have all been convinced that the House believes that examinations as a leading cause of stress and mental health and mental health issues among students in schools. And when you people clap, I don't want to think it's true. I don't know. I really wanted them to, because examinations are not. But anyway, they have really convinced us, and we must respect the stand of the debate. They are going to shake hands because it is just a debate. We are friends. Please shake hands. Formally, to show that it was just a game. Wow. Okay, thank you. Lizzo, do you have something to say? Okay. All right, so we have people that are going. We want to recognize the presence of teachers that are in here. Some kept coming. Oh, we see Teacher Dina. Teacher Dina is the head of languages. Thank you so much for gracing this day and this event. All teachers that are present, we really don't take your presence for granted. Thank you so much. We are going to Dome. The people that are going to the Cambridge School